Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're going to be diving down into the world of Cardano, taking a look at the most recent price action and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you have not yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out today. Okay guys, let's waste no more time. Let's keep this nice and brief and give you absolutely everything I think is going on with Cardano. So ADA paired up with USDT on the hourly chart right now, and we are using Binance as our data source for this one, and we are tracking this 5-wave move to the downside. Now this is an important 5-wave move. It would actually mark the end of this corrective stage just here, and then I do think that we are basically looking for a bit of a surge upwards afterwards. Okay, so once this is done, and this kind of little kind of corrective phase that we're in right here, and it could be a 5-wave move, it could be something else. We haven't quite gotten where that looks like just yet, but essentially, you know, we are potentially pulling on down to this double bottom area of maybe around 53.59, right, 53 cents 0.59. That seems to be a double bottom on that A wave, so that's a possible scenario that we want to be kind of keeping an eye out for. Pull this back down and then surge up from here. So you know, really good key stuff here. Now for this 5-wave move, the invalidation is set at 62.58. okay, so we cannot go higher than this dash line just up here. Okay, if we do, then it just means that that's an ABC, then we've probably got another bounce, and then we pull back down. In an ideal world, it actually would be cleaner if we actually do hit past this area of 62.58. okay, that would actually put us in a better position overall, in my opinion, because this 5th wave coming down here, it isn't the neatest example of what I would want to see, and if it was just a, you know, corrective WXY, for example, that would actually be a much better place for us to actually end up with. So that's kind of what we're looking out for. I'm kind of waiting to see how high we can push up here before pulling on down. Now if I bring that stochastic RSI up here, you can of course see that we are overbought. We can be up here for a little bit longer, but there is going to be some kind of pullback down. So if we don't cross this level, then we are talking about just coming down ever so slightly lower, and we'll probably hit this 53.59 double bottom and then move up from there. Of course, if we come up to the larger time frames, you can of course see that some progress is being made on this 4-hourly chart, and you know, potentially we're looking for that reversal to the upside to be had. So again, lots of fantastic things potentially just around the horizon there. The 8 hours also over sold, and the daily is actually quite high, so I do think there's going to be some kind of push up, and then everything's going to be overbought and we'll have that big collapse come back down. Again, just like my Bitcoin video that I did earlier today, essentially everything that I'm talking about here are short-term moves. They're going to be moving up small kind of moves upwards, nothing major, and then basically once they are done and dusted and out of the way, there's going to be a big pullback to the downside. Now if I bring this up into our daily view here, you can kind of see, if I just bring this in, we are talking about bringing it down towards our 30-cent range. We have this kind of ABC structure here. Now, this bounce in the middle is actually another key one, because it could actually indicate that we move down lower. It all depends on how high we can actually push it up, okay, but it could be talking about moving down to 23 or so cent. So I don't want to talk about it just yet, until we have, you know, a clearer defined move to the downside to kind of talk about, with a good significant bounce in the middle here. But if it is something that we look for, then we could potentially be ushering in very, very significant pullbacks to the downside, that could actually bring us down, you know, towards our like 92-93% from the all-time high. So there's a lot of fantastic accumulation points to be had. What we don't want to do is get too carried away with a small kind of push upwards that we're kind of seeing, and actually, you know, get caught out and basically see this thing pull back down, when, you know, this is the actually accumulation point that we're looking for. The hard fork event that's going to be only really a couple of weeks away now is also really, really important. Basically, we see a lot of build up towards that, but you know, on the actual event, historically speaking, we've only ever seen the price pull back down. So do be prepared for some pricing in to occur, and that to be kind of immediately followed up with more room to the downside overall. So lots of fantastic things going to be happening here. There's going to be some fantastic short-term opportunities to ride ADA upwards. I do think about 74.14 still very much valid. That is the area that I would anticipate, but again, we will refine things as those moves upwards start to form. But the room to the downside is very significant, and I do think we are going to see some pretty good gains to be made you know, once we actually accumulate at the actual bottom, which I think is really just maybe a few weeks away now, so maybe 4 to 6 weeks or so. But timing is very, very hard to get. I'm not going to get that right personally, but we are kind of talking July at this point. It has been very, very slow and boring at the moment, so a small push up, pull back down, and then a slow kind of I guess dithering around the bottom before we slowly grind our way back out of it again. So I think there's going to be some fantastic deals to be had, and definitely some stuff that you want to watch out for, some short-term trading opportunities. If you're already one of our Patreon members, then you watch out for that, because I am looking at doing some trading on Cardano. I think there's going to be some fantastic opportunities there. And if you want to know a little bit more about that, Patreon services are down in the description below. And guys, I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.